Yes, people, it's Bourbon Friggs. I am Pete. I am back, and today I'm going to talk about my top 10 discontinued pickups for 2021. It's the last list for 2021, and so I'm just thought I'd get these ones out because I just wanted to see what people thought. So as always, I'm going to crack straight on into it. I've got 3 honourable mentions, pretty much as normal, and let's just crack straight on into it. The first one was a recent pickup. I did a video about a fragrance haul that I had, and this was in it. It's Diesel Fuel for Life Denim Edition. This thing, the whole line really didn't get enough love. There was the original, there was Spirit, there's this one, there's Low. Didn't really get the love it should have got because it's a diesel fragrance, and so it basically got poo-pooed on. But if you can find these, any of them, worth picking up. All 4 of them are really good. It's punchy. It's certainly in the wintertime will certainly make you stand out. And trust me, it's got about as much projection as most beast fragrances. So Diesel is a really underrated house. Some of them are a bit trashy, I get it. But sometimes things like Fuel for Life, definitely worth a look at. So that's Diesel Fuel for Life Denim Edition. The next one, and the reason this is only an honourable mention is that I can still find this occasionally. So just be aware that if I do show you this, pick yourself a bottle up because it's still worth getting it. It's 1 million Prive, and now this, oh my god, it's one of the more seductive sides to 1 million. Now it's still got that sweetness, but it's also got some booziness in it, and it really is a beast of a fragrance. If you can find yourself a bottle of this, do yourself a favour, pick it up. You will not be disappointed by it. I tell you now, wear it for the club, wear it out. Honestly, the juice colour is immense. Look how dark that is. So again, if you can find a bottle, don't just look at it. Oh, it's only please do yourself a favour, pick it up. So that's 1 million Prive. The last one is, if this was out now, this would be sounding like absolute hotcakes. It was ahead of its time. It's Giorgio Armani Attitude, and it's a really nice coffee-based fragrance. It's very similar to Halloween Man X, but a bit posher version of that. And yeah, it's honestly, it's very, very classy fragrance. If this was out now, like I say, it would be sounding like mad because coffee-based fragrances have gone nuts, and this was ahead of its time. I was looking to get one of these bottles, so that's my 3 honourable mentions. So it's cracking into the top 10 list. All right, cracking into the top 10, and number 10, oh my god. This is from a house that's beloved for a lot of good reasons. It's got some quality fragrances, and then they axed this bad boy. It's Versace Man. Now, you can get Versace Oud Noir, and this is the older brother to it. And this thing never got any love. It was just basically pooped on. Now, oh, it's just one of those beastly fragrances that when you smell it, oh my god, it's like on the lines of Spice Bomb. It's dark, it's mysterious, it projects. I mean, especially a cold night, this thing will just ram through everything. It's an absolute banger of a fragrance. Now, if anyone can find a bottle of this, just buy it. I mean, don't spend 300 quid on it because that's ridiculous. But if you find it at a reasonable price, this was a one hell of an underrated gem. That's Versace Man at number 10. All right, coming at number 9. Now, I don't get where this house is going because it's completely bizarre to me. But it's from the house of Valentino, and it's Valentino Uomo Absolute Noir. This makes like the intense version of this just like nothing. It is the most darkest Valentino I've ever smelt. It is really luxurious. It smells amazing. Again, I'll do a full review of all of these. But this one was got axed with the aqua one, which I've got all 4 of them. But there's just no love for it, and I don't know why. People just probably didn't understand it. Who knows? But this thing, I'm very glad to have it in my collection. That's Valentino Uomo Absolute Noir. That's number 9. Right, number 8. This house does some amazing fragrances, and then they axe them just as quick. I don't get it. It's Tom Ford's Sahara Noir. This one is a really complex fragrance. I have to get my nose around it a bit more and just test it a bit more. But honestly, if you find a bottle of this, and it's not like something like 400 quid, please do not pay 400 quid for this fragrance. It's not worth it. But if you find it for about 100 to 150, if you're feeling good and you've got a nice payday, try and check it out if you're more into depth of fragrances. Like, you've been into the design a bit, you've started having a bit of niche. This one will get your nose going, ooh, it's nice. So that's Sahara Noir by Tom Ford, my number 8. Right, my number 7. This hurts me because this should be in the house all times. I don't care what anyone says to me. It's amazing. It's Cartier Roadster. It's one of the best fresh fragrances I've ever smelled. I mean, look at the juice colour. It's beautiful green. Smells so good. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm looking forward to spring just to try this bad boy out because I want to know how good this is. I've had a 1 or 2 sprays of it and it smells amazing. It just could perform really well as well. But they axed it and I don't know why. It's a quality fragrance. It looks like a car. I mean, how cool is that? And then they went, do you know what? Let's just axe it. But no, I've managed to get a bottle. I'm going to look after this one for the rest of my life. This is amazing. So that's Cartier Roadster. Number 6. Now, some of these can still be found actually. And this is one of them. And if you find it, do yourself a favour. Pick it up because it's just stunning. It's issey miyake, L'Eau de Issey, Noir Ombre. God, that's a long word. Honestly, it's spicy, it's sexy, it's amazing. Especially this time of year, it'll blow most of the designer stuff out of the water, and it's a fraction of the price. Now, this was a limited time release. Now, if you can find it, and you look on somewhere like eBay, and you don't pay more than about 75, 80 quid, do yourself a favour, pick this up. The whole presentation is amazing. It's in a box and it looks amazing. It looks cool. This thing will definitely get your attention for the right reasons. So that's issey miyake, L'Eau de Issey pour Noir Ombre. God, that's a long one. Right, top 5 time. Now this one, most people in the fragrance community is beloved with this. It's just so beloved, and I know why, because it's just one of the loveliest fragrances ever, and the bottle's amazing. Van Cleef Arpels, Midnight in Paris. I'm lucky I've got 2 bottles of this, and it's just a classy, beautiful fragrance. It's just a nice sillage. I've used it a couple of times, and every time I've worn this, I've had compliments of it. So this, for one point in time, was about 20 quid. Now, why? I think they've completely axed most of the stuff from Van Cleef Arpels, and I don't know why. Whether or not they've got taken over, taken out, I don't know. But if you can get a hold of a bottle of this and don't spend a fortune, trust me when I tell you, you've got a gem of a fragrance. That's Van Cleef Arpels, Midnight in Paris. Number 5. Number 4. Again, this is another house that I've just talked about recently. Well, a couple of ones back. Must de Cartier by Cartier. This is a booze bomb. It's like a classier version of Spice Bomb, if I'm going to be honest with you. It's boozy, it's sexy, and to be honest with you, I've never heard anyone talk about this on any fragrance channel ever. And if they have, I must have missed it, because Must de Cartier is class. If you want to look like the best person, so imagine you're in a room and everyone's wearing the same thing. This will be a difference maker that you'll just stand above everyone else because it's that classy. So I'll do a full review of this as well in the coming weeks. So that's Cartier, Must de Cartier, my number 4. Number 3. Now, I've talked about this one before on other lists, but I can't deny how good this is. It's Zegna, it's Bourbon vanilla, and oh my god. I could smell that all day and I would not be upset because it smells beautiful. It's bourbon, sweet, spices. It's just got everything you want in a fragrance, and for the life of me, if they bring this back, I will have a backup bottle because this stuff is amazing. I love it. I've tried it twice. I've had compliments every time I've worn it. Honest to God, I love this fragrance. I think I will keep this for the rest of my life because it's that damn good. So that's Zigner Bourbon Vanilla, my number 3. So coming in, smell these down. 2 seconds. Number 2, I'm putting this in there because quite frankly, it's one of the most rarest gems you can find. And anyone who tells you in the fragrance community it's not, they're lying to you, because it's not. It's absolute. It's from the house of Mugler. It's ultra zest. This is like an absolute orange blast in your face. Spring, summer, if you wear this, everyone's going to know you smell like an orange. I kid you not. But it's like a really sweet, nice orange flavour. Oh, I hate these out of my eyes. Honestly, yeah, it's just like citrus pop that goes mad. And I am very happy to have this in my collection. Again, if you find one, and it's not like more than 200 quid, if it's between 100 and 125, and if you've got the money for it, try and find this one. It's Ultra Zest by Mugler. And I can't believe at one point this was about 45 quid. Scandalous. And that was only about 3-4 years ago. So again, if you can find it, pick it up. Comes into my number one. This is based purely on my smell, and I love this fragrance probably more than I love myself. And that's saying something. Again, from the house of Tom Ford, they've axed too many fragrances and it does my head in. But this one, this is personal. It's Plum Japanese. This thing, oh, it's just one of the sexiest plum fragrances ever. I mean, whatever they've done to it, it's just done to perfection. It's a masterpiece. And I'm so lucky I've got 2 bottles of this, because I do not ever want to run out of this, because it's so damn good. So that's Plum Japanese from Tom Ford. If you find it, do yourself a favour. Please, 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 just pick it up and do me a favour, and you'll thank me later. I promise you. So that's Plum Japanese by Tom Ford, my number one. So there you go. So there you have it, my top 10 discontinued pickups from 2021. Hope you loved it. However, you know what I'm like, I can't stop myself. I'm giving you a bonus because, quite frankly, I love you lot and all the new subscribers. Thank you so much. This one, again, you can find it occasionally actually at shops. So if you find this one, do yourself a favour. The new version is cologne, but this one, Aqua Fahrenheit by Dior, is ridiculous. It's a 125ml bottle, and this will last me a long time. Can't even get it off. And it takes that Aqua Fahrenheit DNA and just makes it a beautiful, subtle spring summer fragrance that, quite frankly, it projects like a beast. It lasts at least 10 hours in the summer, and also in the winter it lasts even longer. So this, God knows why they axed it, because they made the cologne version, which it's not bad. It's not brilliant, but it's not bad. But this one, it's just that little bit better. That little bit better. So if you find this anywhere, please, 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 do yourself a favour, pick it up, and again, you will thank me later. So there you go. Right, so I hope you enjoyed that. My top 10 discontinued pickups from 2021 was amazing. I've got so much more to get in 2022. As always, let me know in the comments what your favourite discontinued fragrances are. And if you want a top 10 list, a fragrance review, question, you name it, put it down there. As always, I'm on Instagram with Fun with Fragrances. And as always, you legends, thank you so much for watching. Smell amazing. Peace out.